Okay, any pains or injuries before we start? Ah, okay, sounds good. Okay, thanks for letting me know. All right, good day, everyone. This is Stephen Chang coming to you live from 333 Grand in downtown Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the hybrid schedule, which is in person here at 333 Grand, as well as through Zoom. You can register for class through ubindi.com, and if you're watching this on YouTube, classes are $10, and you can pay through Venmo or PayPal. Payment information on the bottom of the video, as well as my website, simhayoga.com. Today's class is Intermediate Advanced Lab, Level 2, Level 3. If you're working with any kind of special conditions or limitations, make sure that you do modify or skip poses altogether, making good decisions about your movement practice so that you don't create any injuries or perpetuate any injuries. If your hips or your low back are tight, please elevate and sit on some blocks and blankets so that you can find a comfortable cross-legged position with a lengthy, tall spine. All right, palms face up. Fingers come to Jnana Mudra, thumb and index fingers touching. Grounding evenly through your seat, elongate through your spine, and start to draw your senses inwards. Allowing your lips to gently touch and start to regulate your breath by breathing only through your nose. And let your inhales even out with your exhales. Whenever you're ready, Ujjayi breath, oceans breathing. So the lips gently touching in a slight restriction to the back of the throat, creating the ha sound as you inhale and exhale. Three ohms together, inhale. Keeping the eyes closed, hands together in prayer on front of heart. Pressing the thumbs into your heart, heart back into thumbs. Lifting the heart up toward the sky. Setting your intention for yoga practice. Devoting your practice to someone or something or to yourself, your supreme self that lives within your heart. Chanting the mantra for purification, purifying the space in which you practice yoga. Call and response. Om Pavitraha, Om Pavitraha, Pavitrawa, Pavitrawa, Sarva Vishtan, Sarva Vishtan, Gato Piwa, Yaha Smarit, Yaha Smarit, Pundrikaksham, Pundrikaksham, Sapahya, Sapahya, Pishendraha, Pishendraha, Suchihi, Suchihi. Beginning to open the eyes and let the palms face up again. Fingers come back to Jnana Mudra. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, right ear to the right shoulder, right hand to the left side. Elongate through the left side of the neck. And then chin toward the right shoulder. Continue to pull gently to the back of the head, still lengthening. Release back to center. Drop the right hand. Left ear to the left shoulder. Left hand to the right side. And then chin toward the left shoulder. Release back to center. Drop left hand. Chin toward the chest. Big circles with the head in one direction. Ear to one side. Roll it back. Opposite side. Roll it center. A few more rounds in that same direction. Gentle, easy circles, moving your neck and your shoulders, warming them up. One more giant circle. Chin back toward the chest and pause. And then take in the opposite direction. And then chin back toward the chest again. Lifting the chin parallel to the floor on neutral spine. Extend the legs forward, separating your feet. Hands support to either side. And gently turning your toes toward each other. And then roll them out. Draw in, roll out. Draw in. Outer rotation, circling the ankles. Take it back to center, switch them around, inner rotations. And come back to center again, cross your shins and take the opposite crossing of the legs, so this is your non-dominant side. Raise the arms up high and extend. Exhale, twist to the right. Stay twisting, raise your right arm overhead, tilting toward the left side for the side stretch. Take it back to vertical. Wrap the right hand to your left knee, so your arms are crossed. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw forward, forward fold. Once you come to a forward fold with your hands, pull the knees toward the center line, and this will help you spread the entire back. On the inhale, lift back up and keeping eagle arms. Your right arm should stay on top and double wrap if you can. Inhale, lift the elbows up, gaze upwards. Exhale, round to draw forward. Inhale, roll it up. Exhale, draw it forward. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, draw forward. Stay in the forward fold. Either hover in space, touch your hands down, or touch your forearms down if you can reach. Inhale, take it back up to vertical, keeping your eagle arms. And then exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Back to center. Shift back toward the sacrum. Step the feet to the floor and start to balance on the sacrum. Raise the shins parallel to the floor. And then on the inhale, lengthen legs and bend the knees. Lengthen and bend. Lengthen, bend. Lengthen, bend one more time. Lengthen, bend. Cross at the shins again, taking the non-dominant shin on top. Releasing, extend the arms out and up. Exhale, twist to your left. Stay twisting left, side bend. Left arm overhead and tilt toward the right side. Take it back to center. Wrap the left hand to the right knee. Your arms across. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Once you come to a forward fold again with your hands, pull the knees toward the center line and spreading the entire length of your back. Inhale. Coming back up, keeping your arms crossed. Double wrap if you can for eagle arms. Inhale, lift the elbows up, gaze upwards. Exhale, round to draw forward. 3 times. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, draw it forward. Inhale, up. Exhale, forward. Stay forward folding, hover in space, touch your hands down or touch your forearms down. Inhale, take it back up to vertical, keeping your eagle arms. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, back center. Exhale, twist to the right. Back to center. Shift back toward the sacrum. Step the feet to the floor. Start to balance on the sacrum, shifting. All right? This time, you're going to lift the elbows, extend the legs forward a little bit, and then on the exhale, draw the elbows and the knees toward each other. Inhale, expand. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, expand. Exhale, crunch it in. Two more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Cross your shins again, taking a non-dominant shin on top again. Reach the arms out and up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Right hand to the floor, left arm overhead. Now keep that side stretch with your left hand. Reach toward the right hand corner of the room and extend the left arm even further out. So as you reach out, you should feel a nice stretch to the underside and the outside of your shoulder blades. And take it back to stack. Come all the way back up. Side bend to the left. Right arm overhead. All right, so initially it is a side stretch. Then, as you reach your right hand toward the left-hand corner of the room and extend further out, you should feel a nice extension through the underside of your shoulder blade to the outside of the shoulder blades. Take it back to stack. Come all the way back up. Extend the legs forward and gently reaching forward for your forward fold. And start to release. Draw the left heel in, right heel back, creating a letter S with your legs. Left hand to the floor, right arm forward, bend your right elbow. Inhale, draw the right elbow back. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, draw back. Exhale, twist. One more time, draw back. And twist. Take the right hand to the floor for support. Reach your left hand further back and twist a little bit deeper. Then walk your hands slightly forward. As you twist, bow forward about halfway. Stopping at the halfway point, inhale. Exhale, twist deeper, bow forward even more. Inhale, take it back up. Keep the legs, counter twist to the right. Come back to center. Left hand comes to the floor, lift the seat. Right arm up and across the collarbone, back in space for a heart opener and a back bend. Then raise your right arm up over the right ear for the side stretch. And then gently taking your seat down. Step the right foot down, move the heel out, maybe about 2 feet, and pivot to the right heel. With both hands, frame your left leg. I'll face you this time. Frame your left leg. So make sure your right arm does not obstruct your right leg, okay? So roll the right knee forward, roll the right knee back. Roll the right knee forward, roll the right knee back. Going to the hip joint. Roll forward, roll back, roll forward, roll back. One more time. Roll forward, roll back. Press your left hand down. With your right hand, gently press your right thigh away from you, getting into a stretch of the inner right thigh, inner right hip joint. Release. Extend the right leg out. And let's twist to your left first. Stay twisting to the left so the left shoulder is broadening to the left side. Then take the right arm to inside the right leg. Keep that left shoulder drawn back. Raise your left arm overhead and extend. Use the resistance of the right hand, pressing against the inner right leg so that you can rotate the front of the torso upwards toward the sky. If you have a little bit more, tilt to the right side a little bit more. And start to release. Make your way back to center. Switch sides. Right heel comes in, left heel goes back, and this time it's a reverse letter S. Right hand to your floor for support. Left arm forward, bend your left elbow. Inhale, draw back. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, draw back. Exhale, twist right. One more time. Draw back. And twist. Stay twisting. Left hand to the floor, right hand adjusting further back as you twist deeper. Then walk your hands out a little bit. As you continue to twist, bow forward about halfway, stopping at the halfway point. Inhale again. Exhale, twist deeper, bow forward even more. Inhale, release. Take it back up. Keep the legs as they are. Counter twist to the left. Back to center. Right hand to the floor for support. Lift the feet. Left arm up and across the collarbone. Back in space. Heart opener. Back bending. Then raise your left arm up over the left ear. Reach toward the right side for the side stretch. And release. Take the seat back down. Then step the left heel down. The heel should be maybe about 2 feet away from you and stay on the heel of the foot. Both hands framing your right leg. Okay? Roll the left knee forward. Roll the left knee back. Roll the left knee forward. Roll back. 5 times. Roll forward. Roll back. Roll forward. Roll back. One more time. Roll forward. Roll back. Stay roll back with your left hand. Gently press your left thigh away. And release. Extend the left leg out. And then let's twist to the right. So try to maintain this openness with the right side by maintaining that twist. Now start to raise your right arm overhead and tilt toward the left side. Then press your left arm to inside the left leg. Use that resistance to keep stacking your shoulders and rotating to the right. And then if you have a little bit more, side bend a little bit deeper. Release, take back to center. Draw the left heel in. Soles of feet together, knees apart. Grabbing the ankles and butterfly your knees just a little bit. All right, start to release. Walk your feet forward just a little bit, creating a wider wider diamond shape. Grabbing the inner feet or threading the arms underneath your legs, and then you can round your back as much as you want here in your Tadasana. And start to lift back up. Step the feet to the floor, mat width, and pivot to your heels. Support with your hands behind you. And then windshield wipe your knees side to side. All right. The next time you drop your knees over to the right, stay there and sit up tall. Just watch me for a second. Let me give you that demo. You're going to rotate to face the back of the room. Now, keep in mind this. Try not to flatten all the way down to the floor. When you flatten all the way down to the floor, you have nowhere else to go. Instead, keep your hand resisting. Give yourself a little bit of space so that as you reach your left hand further and further back, there's space for you to go deeper. Right? Once you hit the floor, you have nowhere to go. So give yourself a little bit of space to keep moving. All right? So start to rotate to face the back. Right hand to the floor for support. Left hand reaching further and further back. So as you bend your right elbow, you're allowing your chest to go toward the floor. And as you go toward the floor, keep reaching your left fingertips against the floor, further and further toward the back of the room. Guys, try to line up yourself with the mat if you can and face directly toward the back of the room and really deepen that twist toward the back of the room if you can. All right, begin to make your way back to center. Keep the legs as they are. Counter twist to the left. And release, coming back up. Lift your knees. All right, so I want to just give you a note here, right? So some of you will go into the side, all right? If you can, I want you to go all the way to face directly to the back of the room, okay? So if you have to twist, if you don't have to twist, it's okay, right? So I just want to make sure that you understand. We're not going off to the side at an angle. We already did that. I want to go like, so we did that with the S before, right? So we went sideways. I want you to think about going even further back. So when we drop the knees to the side, you should be facing directly to the back of the room. Okay? So try to do that. All right, so let's come back up. We're going to do windshield wipers first. Coming back up. All right, windshield wiper again, side to side. All right, the next time you drop your knees over to the left, stay there and start to sit up tall. From this position, rotate to face as much as you can directly to the back of the room. Left hand to the floor for support, right hand reaching further and further out to the back of the room if you can. Much better. There we go. All right, so hopefully you feel a little bit more depth within this twist in a different spot along the spine. So keep crawling your right fingertips further and further out, and then give yourself a little bit of space to bow into. All right, start to walk it back in. Keep the legs as they are, and then counter twist to the front of the room. And release, take the hands back down, lift the knees back up, center your seat. This time, step the feet to the floor, about hips width distance, grabbing the front of the shins, and then roll back. As you round the back, you're opening up the back bodies, chin toward the chest. Inhale, lift, broaden your shoulders as you lift the sternum upwards for back bend. 2 more times. Exhale, round it back. Inhale, lift up to broaden. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. And release your hands back behind you, tabletop. Step the feet to the floor, lift the feet, and hips up toward the sky. And take the seat back down. Through a yogic squat, you're going to walk yourself back into a down dog. And pedal out the legs. Walk it out, side to side. And for those of you who really like a good stretch before you start moving around rigorously, that should feel quite nice to open you up and stuff. All right. Once you pedal out a little bit, feeling pretty good, and you're ready, come back to stillness in your down dog. Inhale, raise your right heel up, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee in toward the nose, around the spine. Inhale, kick up, open up the hips, bend the right knee outside of the right arm and touch. Kick back up. Knee comes into twist and touch your left arm. Kick back up. Stepping your right foot forward. Warrior one. Back heel comes down to the floor. Rise up and extend through the fingertips. Wrapping your hands back behind you, interlace, broaden your shoulders, lift the gaze upwards. Bow forward, devotional warrior, crown of the head to the inside of the foot. Inhale, take it back up. Warrior one. Open it up. Warrior two. Reverse warrior. Side angle. You can modify elbow to the knee or touch your right hand down, left arm up. Inhale, take it back up. Reverse warrior. Lengthen out the right leg for triangle. Right hand to top of the shin to modify, or the hand to the floor, left arm reaching up. Inhale, all the way back up. Reverse triangle. Bend the front knee, hands to the floor, right foot, stepping back plank. Inhale one breath, exhale all the way down to the belly. 3 progressive cobras. You're going to come up a little higher every time, articulating your spine. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra, so your belly, lower ribs stay on the floor. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up a little bit higher, belly, lower ribs away from the floor. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up even higher. If you have full cobra, full extension of your arms, you can take it here. All the way down, child's pose, feet toward the heels and fold. Down dog. Left heel up. Left knee in toward the nose and round. Kick up, open up the hips, bend the left knee. Left knee outside of the left arm and touch. Kick back up. Knee comes into twist. Touch your right arm. Kick back up. Stepping your left foot forward. Warrior one. Back heel comes down. Arms up high to extend. Wrap the hands back behind you, but take the non-dominant thumb on top so the other interlacing of your hands. Lift upwards. Bow forward. Devotional warrior. Take it back up. Warrior one. Open it up. Warrior two. Reverse warrior. Side angle, modifying elbow to the knee or the hand to the floor. Right arm up. Take back up. Reverse warrior. Lengthen out the left leg. Triangle. Hand to the shin or hand to the floor. Right arm up. Inhale all the way back up. Reverse triangle. Bend the front knee. Hands to the floor. Left foot. Stepping back plank. Inhale one breath. Exhale lower all the way down to the belly. Again, hands alongside the rib cage. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up a little bit higher. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, even higher, full extension for your cobra if you have it. All the way down, child's pose. Down dog. Right heel up. Right knee in toward the nose. Kick up, open up the hips, bend the right knee and flip the dog. Roll onto outside the left foot. Drop the right foot back behind you. Yogi's choice, stay here in the flip dog. Or Vashisthasana side plank. Pick up the right foot. You can stack your legs one over the other, or you can take the right hand to the right knee. If you have better flexibility, hand to big toe and extend the leg up. Release, flip it back, three-legged dog. Fallen triangle, right leg over to your left side and extend. Stay in that fallen triangle. You're going to thread the left arm underneath your right for threading of the needle. Take the left hand back down and sit all the way down. You're on the outer right leg, inner left, and legs are roughly 90 degrees. Square the torso to face forward. Walk your hands forward, forearms down, as in a sphinx, but you're in a rotated variation of the sphinx. Once you settle into the pose, if you want more intensity, think about drawing your right shoulder back, left shoulder forward as you press your right elbow, right forearm down. If you want even better extension, lift the left elbow. Walk your left hand forward. The more you crawl your left fingertips forward, the deeper the stretch to your left side, left arm, left shoulder blade. The deeper into your thoracic twist, your middle spinal twist. And if you want to add on even more intensity, feel the left shoulder descend a little bit. Right? It doesn't have to be a big dramatic movement. The slightest movement of your left shoulder drawing down will give you even more intensity into your twist. All right, start to release, walk it back in, lift the torso up, and sit up tall to face toward the back of the room. Skandasana, bend your left knee. Bend your left knee. Yeah. Take the right hand to bind to the left ankle, side bend over the right leg, left arm overhead, and reach toward the right side of the room. If you can bind the left hand to the right foot, take the bind. Yeah. All right, so we came from here. Right hand to bind to the left foot, side bend over the right leg, reach up and overhead, and just keep extending or binding hand to foot. So this is your Skandasana. Yeah, if you haven't moved in this way with me, it's a little bit confusing if you don't know these poses. All right, let's start to make your way back up. Extend the left leg back out. Let's roll back toward the front of the room. Ground the palms to the floor. Tuck the left toes under. Raise your right leg up. Three-legged dog. Stepping your right foot forward. Warrior one. Then take the left hand to grab the right wrist. Pull up. Side bend to the left. Back to center. Switch hands. Extend. Side bend to the right. Back to center, warrior one. Open it up, warrior two. Reverse warrior. Extend it, side angle. Left palm face down, reach forward. Left palm. Sorry, right hand to the floor, left palm face down, reach forward, extend the side angle. Let's take that and revolve it. Left hand comes to the floor, right arm up to twist. Take that into a half bind and twist deeper. Raise your right arm overhead and extend the right arm forward. Extend it, revolve, side angle. Then take both hands to the floor, framing your right leg and lengthen over the right leg for your pyramid. Then keep your right hand down to the outside of the right foot. Raise your left arm up, triangle. And then let's extend the triangle. Left palm face down and reach forward. And then revolve it. Left hand comes to the floor, right arm up to twist. Half bind, right hand behind you, twist deeper. Raise your right arm up, extend forward, palm face down. Extend it, revolved triangle. All right, bend the front knee, half moon. Right hand forward about a foot, look off to right side. Tip forward to balance. Reach your left heel back, reach your left arm up. Remain here or start binding. Left hand to the left foot. That's your half Chapasana. You can take both hands to the left foot for the full Tripadasana. A free hand balance, both hands binding to the left foot. All right, let's break, release, step it all the way back. Warrior two. Reverse warrior. Hands to the floor, right foot, stepping back plank. Inhale one breath, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left heel up. Left knee in towards the nose. Kick up, open up the hips, bend the left knee, and flip the dog. Roll on to outside the right foot. You can stay in this simple flip dog. You can go into regular side plank by stacking your feet, or you can just pick up your left knee, left hand to left knee, or yogic toe lock to left big toe and extend up. All right, release, flip it back, three-legged dog. Fallen triangle, left leg over to the right side and extend. Let's thread the needle in this fallen triangle. Right arm underneath the left and add a twist. Then take the right hand to the floor and sit all the way down. Legs are roughly 90 degrees. You're on the outside of the left foot, inside of the right. Square the torso to face forward. Walk your hands slightly forward and forearms down. And this is your Sphinx pose in a rotated position. Once you start to settle in here, start to intensify by pressing your left forearm, left elbow down. Draw the left shoulder back, right shoulder forward. And that should give you a deeper thoracic twist. If this is good, you may remain here. If you want a little bit more, lift your right elbow, reach your right hand further forward. The more you crawl the right fingertips forward, the more you go into the stretch of the right arm, right shoulder blade, and you also feel a deeper thoracic twist. And again, if you want even more, let the right shoulder descend just a little bit. So the slightest movement will give you a deep intensity. All right, let's start to walk it back in. Lift the torso back up and then sit to face toward the back of the room. The legs are in 90 degrees. This time, you're going to bend your right knee, step the right foot down, Skandasana. Left hand to bind to the right ankle. Side bend over your left leg, reach your right arm overhead. Either just keep reaching to the left side or binding the right hand to the left foot for your Skandasana. Alrighty, beginning to release, lift back up, extend the right leg back out, roll to the outer left foot, inner right, square to face the front of the room again, grounding your palms, tuck the right toes under and kick your left leg up, three-legged dog, stepping your left foot forward, warrior one. Then take the right hand to catch your left wrist, pull up, side bend to the right. Take it back to center, switch hands, extend, side bend to your left. Back to center, warrior one. Open it up, warrior two. Reverse warrior, extended side angle. Right palm face down, reach forward. Right hand comes to floor. Let's revolve it. Left arm up to twist. Half bind, left hand behind you, twist deeper. Re-extend the left arm up and forward, palm facing down. Extend it, revolve, side angle. Then take the left hand to the floor to frame your left leg and lengthen out the left leg for pyramid. Good adjustment there, Rebecca. Yeah. Left hand stays to the floor to the outside of left foot. Triangle. Raise the right arm up and the right palm face down. Extend forward. Extended triangle. Let's revolve it. Right hand comes to the floor. Left arm up to twist. Left hand behind you, half bind and twist even deeper. Raise your left arm up, extend it forward, extend it, revolve triangle. Yeah, Jackie, switch hands. You're still in the revolve position. All right, now bend your left knee, half moon. Left hand forward about a foot, lip off the left side, and rise up. Once you connect with the balance of your binding, right hand to the right foot. You can just take the half bind with just your right hand, or if you can balance well here, take both hands to the right foot. This is your full balance on your Chapasana. All right, starting to break, step it back. Warrior two. Reverse warrior. Hands to the floor. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Walk your feet forward. Yogic squat. Toes are turned out. Hands together in prayer. Take the left hand to the floor, pressing your left tricep to the inner left knee. Extend the right arm out. Let's take it overhead to the left side for the side stretch. Half bind. And then if you want to take the full bind, you can take the full bind. All right, we're going to stand up into standing Marichiyasana. If you want to keep the full bind, you can keep the full bind. If you want to take a half bind, you can keep just your half bind with the right hand behind you and freeing up your left hand. So everyone take the gaze to the floor ahead of you. Lift both seats, lift your seat out below it. Walk your right foot in towards center. Then, keeping your right knee bending, start to shift the weight to your right foot, and then pick up the left. Coming into standing Marichiyasana. You have an option. You can stay here standing in a full bind or a half bind. If you want to bow forward halfway, you can bow forward halfway. If you want to bow forward all the way, you can come into the forward fold. All right, begin to make your way back up to standing. And then let's start to exit by bending your right knee, stepping your left foot back down, turning your right toes out. Come back to yogic squat, releasing your binds. Then taking your hands to forward support, we're going to come into forward fold. Lift the seat, turn the heels wide so that your feet are about parallel to each other, max width, and then sway out your hips side to side. Take it back to center in stillness with both hands supporting on the floor. Bend at the knees, let the seat drop a little bit. Then lift the head, lift the upper back to a neutral spine. Then shift the weight back toward the heels and through the strength of your quads in a neutral spine. Rise up to standing. Come all the way up. Reach the arms up and slightly into a back bend. Just releasing all that forward folding. Come back to vertical, side bend to the right. Back to center, side bend to your left. Back to center, take the hands to the hips and just move your hips in circles in one direction. Draw back to center and then go the opposite direction. All right, so all of this is neutralization to prepare us to come back to yogic squat and do all of that work on the second side. All right, come back to center. Turn the heels in, toes out, and start to make your way back into yogic squat. All right, second side. Right hand to the floor, press your right tricep to inner right knee, left arm up and out, extending. And then reach your left arm overhead for the side stretch. Left arm back into a half bind. You can stay here in the half bind and work as a half bind through the rest of the transitions, or take the full bind. All right, take the gaze to the floor, lift the seat up a little bit, walk your left foot in towards center. Then, keeping your left knee bending, shift the weight to your left foot and pick up the right. And see if you come into full balance in a standing position, half bind or full bind. Once you come into whatever binding practice in a standing balance, if you're going forward into a forward fold, take it halfway or take it all the way in your forward fold. All right, start to make your way back up into a standing position. And then let's start to break. Bend the left knee, step the right foot back down, step the left toes back out, come back to yogic squat, release your bind. Good. And then with your hands supporting, lift the feet, turn the heels out, come to a parallel with your legs, sway out your hips side to side. All right, come back to center, bend at the knees, let the seat drop a little bit. Lift the head, lift the upper back to a neutral spine. So your muscles around the spine are supportive. Shift the weight back toward the heels and through the strength of the quads in a neutral spine. Start to stand up. Once you come to standing, extend the arms out and up into a slight back bend. Come back up to vertical, side bend to your left. Back to center, side bend to the right. Back to center, hands to the hips again. This time we'll start in the opposite direction first, so whatever you chose. Go ahead and take the opposite side first. Come back to center. and then switch directions. All right, come back to center. Step the left foot in, tree pose. Pick up the right knee. Sole of the right foot, inner left leg. Above or below the knee joint, arms up and out. Option to stay here in your basic tree. If you know variations of your own, you can take it any time or you can follow me. Wrapping your hands back behind you, interlace and broadening your shoulders for the heart opener and the slight back bend. If you want to go sideways, right arm to right leg, left arm overhead, and side bend over to the right. More advanced students, if you want to go for a half lotus, top of the right foot to your left hip crease, you can stay here standing. Or you can take it forward into a forward fold. Or you can shift to your left tiptoes, bend the left knee, and come into your tiptoe balance. Final option for those of you who are jumpers, handstanders, maybe keeping a half lotus, ground the palms to the floor, and take some hops. Great. All right, let's make your way back up. Come back to your tree, and then break, stepping your right foot down, chair. Exhale, dive forward, forward fold. All right, so within our vinyasa practice, especially in vinyasa, right, there are no limits. You're only limited by your imagination. So in my classes, I like to give you guys the opportunity whenever we're holding a pose to kind of express what your own level of practice is, right? You can always add on, or you can just stay with wherever is most comfortable for you to just hold on to, right? So there were many, many steps along the way within all those transitions that you could have taken. All right, bend the knees, come up to chair, arms up, and then come all the way up into a slight back bend. Come back to center, tree on the second side. Stepping on the right foot, pick up the left knee, sole of the left foot, inner right leg. Above or below the knee joint, arms up and out. All right, so you are welcome to stay here and balance the basic tree. You can wrap your hands back behind you, interlace with the opposite thumb on top and broaden your shoulders, taking a slight back bend. If you're taking this into a side bend, left arm to the top of the left leg, right arm overhead. Notice you have to shift your hips to your right side to side bend to your left. All right, more advanced students. All right, so you can always stay as you are. More advanced students, half lotus, top of the left foot to your right hip crease. You may stay here. You can add the forward fold. You may stay there. You can add the tiptoe balance. And then finally, if you're hopping into your handstands with a half lotus. Almost there, almost there. All right, begin to break. Make your way back up to your tree. And then when you're ready to break, arms up. Stepping your left foot down, chair. Exhale, dive forward, forward fold. Take a few breaths. And on our way to transition back to down dog, you can just jump back, you can walk back, or crow pose or yogic squat. So hands to the floor, knees to back of the arms, and taking a crow pose into arm balance. Or if you want to revisit your yogic squat, you can take your yogic squat. All right, when you're ready, make your way back to down dog. Crescent moon, left leg up. So leading with your left leg this time. Left leg up, stepping, your left foot forward, right knee coming down. Crescent moon. If you need extra padding to your right knee and you don't have a towel, you can always double fold your mat by rolling your right side towards center, and I'll give you a little bit more cushioning for your right knee. Lunge forward for the right quad stretch, and when you're ready, arms up, Venus Mudra. Wrap your hands back behind you. Interlace. Side bending. Left arm, left leg, right arm overhead. If you can touch down easily with your left hand, reach to the floor. Switch sides, right hand down, left arm overhead. Then take the left hand to left thigh and gently turn your left toes out. Then keeping your foot flexing, then roll to the side of the foot and then gently press your left thigh away, going into your hip opening. Then step the left foot back down. Raise your left arm up and behind you, half bind. You can take the full bind if you want, left hand to the right foot. You may stay here. If you want to intensify to go into quad stretch, you're going to square up your shoulders and start to face down. As you bow forward, you're going to draw the right heel in with you and fold forward, getting into a very deep right quad stretch. If you're in the quad stretch, coming back up, come back to your twist. Release your bind if you have the bind. Let the hands come to the floor ahead of you and walk your hands forward for lizard. Forearms down or forearms to a block, or keep your arms extended if you're not able to lower your elbows down. I'll give you another 5 breaths here. For those of you who are very open in your hips, you can start to shift the torso back a little bit, or you can work toward a split. And maybe even forward fold in your split. All right, those of us who are in splits, gently make your way back to your lizard. And then lift the elbows back up, walk your hands back in, turning your left toes forward, pyramid. Frame your left foot with your hands and fold forward. And then we'll slowly transition into pigeon by first kicking your front leg, your left leg up into a sideward scorpion. So bend your left knee, ground the palms to the floor, the front leg kicks up and back and open up the hips, bend the left knee. Stay here for a couple of breaths, allowing your left hip to get some space before we compress it into the pigeon. Raise the left leg back up again. Draw the left knee in, land that shin to the floor, and this is your pigeon. Inch your right knee further back, elongate through your spine, make sure you're nice and level here, and once you're set, then you're ready to draw forward into your pigeon. And here you are, once again, some free time. If you prefer to just stay in a very passive pigeon and stay in the forward fold, keep it simple. If you like to bind hand to foot, coming to your mermaids, take that. If you like to invert, headstand, forearm stand, handstand. If you like to take arm balancing, you can take Ashtavakrasana. You can take maybe a seated compass, anything you want. Five more deep breaths. Alrighty, let's begin to make your way back up. Tuck the right toes under and press it back to the down dog, walking it out side to side. All right, take it back to down dog. Crescent moon, right leg up, stepping your right foot forward, left knee coming down. Once you have the base set up and you're ready, arms up. Wrapping your hands back behind you. Interlace with the non-dominant thumb on top. Side bending right, right arm, right leg, left arm overhead, or we can touch down easily with your right hand. Other side. Then take the right hand to right thigh, turn your right toes out, and then keeping your right foot flexed, you want to engage your ankle. You can roll to the side of the foot, the blade of the foot, and then gently press your right thigh outwardly to encourage more opening of the hips. Go ahead and step the right foot back down, raise your right arm up and behind you for the half bind. You may stay in this half bind, or if you have the full bind, take the right hand to bind to the left foot. You're welcome to stay here. Those of you taking the deeper quad stretch, square off your shoulders as you bow forward. Drag the left heel in with you when you forward fold. Get deep into your left quad stretch. If you're in a quad stretch, lift back up, come back to the twist. If you have the full bind, release your full bind. Then take the hands to your floor ahead of you, walking your hands forward for lizard. Forearms down if you have it. Otherwise, keep your arms extended. Your hips are still moving forwards and downwards. Feel free to stay here if this is for you. If you want to go deeper into lizard, you have two options, right? You can just lift the left knee, move the entire body back a little bit, and lower the left knee back down. So essentially, rather than moving the foot forward, you're moving your body back. So that's how you get deeper. Those of you who want to take a split instead, set up for your split. If you are in your splits, start to make your way back into your lizard. All right, then lift the elbows back up, walk your hands back in, turning your right toes forward for your pyramid. Lengthening over your right leg. All right, then bend your right knee, ground the palms to the floor. Raise your right leg up. The front leg goes up and back into your sideward scorpion. Give your right hip some space. Then re-extend the right leg. Draw that knee in, land that shin to the floor. Pigeon. Measure out your pose. Elongate through your spine and make your way forward when you are ready. And once again, you can choose to stay in your passive pigeon, work with your arm balancing, binding, inversions. All righty. Starting to finish up, walk your hands back in. Tuck the back toes under and press it back to the down dog. Walk it out side to side. And start to walk your feet forward towards your hands. And gently take your feet down. Recline onto your backs for your recline twisting. Once you're on your backs, hug the left knee in, keep the right leg extended. Left arm goes out to a T and twist to the right. Draw back to center, switch legs, switch arms, twist to the other direction. Back to center again, hugging both knees in. Once you're feeling pretty even on both sides, left and right, then you're ready to step the feet down, slide the legs forward. Shavasana, final relaxation. Feet are separated, toes gently turning out, arms alongside the body, palms face up, eyes are closed. Let it all go. Beginning to draw your breath back in, moving your fingers and your toes. Reach the arms overhead, stretching in opposite directions. And then rolling over to the right side and come up to a comfortable cross-leg position. When you take your seat, let's take a non-dominant shin on top. Using a non-dominant side a little bit more to create better symmetry and reconnecting to an even seat, a lengthy spine, shoulders broad, breath deep, and let the neck be free. Enough room. Hands together in prayer, bowing forward, sealing the practice. Come up. Namaste, everybody. Thank you so much for being here this morning. Have a good day. And thank you for sharing your practice with me. My name is Stephen Chang, coming to you live from 333 Grand in downtown Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the hybrid schedule, which is in person here at 333 Grand, as well as through Zoom. You can register for class through ubindi.com, and if you're watching this on YouTube, classes are $10, and you can pay through Venmo or PayPal. Payment information on the bottom of the video, as well as my website, simhayoga.com. Thank you for joining me. See you next time.